Welcome back. In the previous part, we started to tour, if you can call it that, Lenegis. Things are a bit chaotic, and it doesn't seem like anybody knows what's really going on. It seems as if it's like another realm a lord is presiding over. These guys seem slaves to the system, is the best way I'd put it. It's very, very strange, but let's continue.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
No, let's continue down here, Law. I had a perfect intro then, and you just ruined it. Hello?
Damn it, Lenegis soldiers.
Any way we can avoid fighting them?
That all depends on them. Whatever happens, be ready.
Oh, I was gonna see if I could avoid them.
Well, so much for them not wanting to fight.
Hold! I am Lord Dohalim of Elda Menencia. I command you.
Threats to the city must be erased.
No. Have they been brainwashed too?
Brainwashed or not, if they want to fight, they got one. Its armor's too strong.
Split it up there!
Be my guest.
Finish
Further.
You're
mine! The enemy wields ours too.
We'll soon see about that.
Damn, I was gonna press this. Let's get these out just to... Oh, did that guy die? Oh, alright, fair enough.
Worth a shot.
Raging storm! Celestial portal!
This one's mine!
Not on my watch!
Tiger blade!
Tempest!
Make it rain!
Here's a healing Shionne! Astral energy! Full throttle! Go! There! One more!
Gonna keep messing around with launch on Winwell for a while.
Those soldiers seem different from the citizens we've come across so far.
Yeah, they weren't big talkers, that's for sure. They just attacked without warning.
They weren't in the least bit fazed by Dohalim's presence either.
Indeed. They seem to recognize us as enemies, nothing more. And yet, traditionally, Lenegis hasn't been high on threats. A few frenzied Zeugles during experiments here and there, but not much else.
Their glazed-over eyes reminded me of the soldiers and slaves we met back in Ganath Haros. The ones in blind devotion to Volron.
I've never seen anything like that here on Lenegis before.
Maybe someone doesn't want us here, and the soldiers are their way of letting us know.
What with the Red Woman, the Sovereign, and Volron, we're starting to develop quite the growing list of adversaries. At least we'll know to keep our wits about us.
Yeah, we're not very well liked, are we? Platinum dog tag. Oh. It looks like we're meant to go that way, but... thought that was a palm tree. I was like, oh, a lovely palm... Oh, no. Nope, not a palm tree. Not a palm tree. I only saw the side of it. It had a palm tree look to it. You can't judge me for that. It had a little palm tree kind of thing going on. Right, so can I? Yes. Just zip on past. Watch out, palm tree. I'll have to face at least one of these, you know. Imagine at some point. I'm just curious to see how much I can get past. Let's head down here. There's a star over there. Shortcake recipe. Like here, I feel like, yeah. It's like this is coming up, this is coming up.
Go no further!
Look
Now
sharp!
you learn!
Denied!
Celestial
I can carve through armor. In a bind?
by the power of
I won't show you any mercy!
You got
Make it rain!
Alphen! Astral energy!
Say no more!
I'm liking these lasers, I really am, if you haven't noticed. Like, bring them up. Lasers. Like, if it hits them, you know. It's like... I'm a fire in my lasers.
Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat.
Those soldiers don't seem to have any qualms about attacking on sight.
Is someone making them stand guard over the Forbidden Zone?
There we go. I knew I'd had to face this guy.
Right, here goes!
Now or never.
Going in!
Raging storm!
This one's mine!
Celestial weather! Lightning!
Time to shine!
I think I'll pass on the handshake.
It's go time!
Holy land! I'll heal you. Eat dirt!
I'll smash you!
I'm trying to get a good pattern with the staying up in the air. Because what I'm trying to do is do like Tempest Whirl, stay up, then you stay like that, so I stay up in the air. So my AG builds back up while I'm up in the air. So I can stay there. That's what I'm trying to do. Again, I'm playing around with this. Not really done any of the launching really well, so still learning at this point, and it's still fun to learn at this point. Because obviously I want to try and end it with Placid Pool, you know.
No further. Dragon Form!
Tempest Whirl! Select
Yours to be let free. I owe you one. Finish it!
Alphen, Astral Energy!
Say no more.
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Straight away my mind went go down here. Just ore, it seems. Right, sorry guys, I won't disturb you again. Like, those guys, how did they get in there? And the door is very, like, small compared to them, so... Oh, I really thought I got around them. I was like, oh, impressive. I got around them. Isn't that lovely?
How long are we gonna keep this up for exactly?
See, look, throwing all these out, it's like my AG's back up, so I've stayed in the air.
Yeah, and the pummeling to me.
Need it to hit them, though.
Close one.
Sonic thrust! No further!
Don't get in my way.
Nope.
One more. If it's in the sky, I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this. Deus Roar!
Slash!
Radiant Pierce!
Take this!
Tempest Whirl! Celestial Hammer! Puddle! Here goes!
Swallow Blade!
Sealed! Here hangs blood again! Tidal Wave! You can never miss!
Take this! No escape!
Nice.
Freeze Lancer!
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
Can I? Oh!
Hi, Hoodle!
For my lord!
Not on my
Damn it!
Celestial Hammer! I'm the true gunslinger around here.
Through armor! Take this! Rising Wyvern! Reloaded! You're mine!
Inferno Cross! Holy Land! Too much to handle? Close one!
An astral quartz?
That's my cue!
Eat dirt! Damn it! Shut him down!
Tempest Whirl! Inferno Cross! Celestial Hammer!
Rising
Far enough! Not on my watch! Freeze Lancer!
In a bind?
Megasonic thrust!
Celestial Hammer!
Rising Phoenix!
Sweet dreams! Inferno Celestial Hammer! Ice Prison! Celestial Hammer!
Not
Bring
today!
that out. Bring that
I
out.
can carve through armor!
Chance to build stuff back up. Come on, hit him. That needs to drop down a bit. It's the only issue, like trying to get the aiming right on the laser
I owe you one.
when they move.
I've been doing really great lately.
Have you? Oh, good for you.
This must be it. The entrance to the Forbidden Zone.
But it's just a wall. How do we get through?
Whoa, we? I thought this was Sovereigns only.
Alphen.
Ooh, I like that sound. Don't know why.
Yes! It opened!
Interesting. If Alphen's presence still opens the way, it would seem the Sovereign of 3 centuries ago and now are considered one and the same.
What?
What the?
What the what?
Alphen.
You again.
Tomorrow's the spirit channeling ceremony. We'll finally play our parts as the Sovereign and Maiden. How have you been feeling?
What am I sovereign of? Shuffled from lab to lab, always treated like an experiment. Whenever they look at me, all they see is a Dahnan. I don't even know what their precious ceremony's for, let alone what they're going to force me to do as the Sovereign. Tell me, if we're both in the same boat, why do you seem so calm right now?
No choice. Becoming the Maiden's not something I wanted for myself. But they said Rena's prosperity depended on it. How could I say no after that?
Still, as a Renan, at least you got to decide. Good for you. Meanwhile, I was taken from my homeland. You aren't the captive one here.
It isn't right what they did to you, and I'm sorry for what it's worth. When this is over, I swear I'll help you get home. I can't do this alone. One more day.
How could I say no to that? It's not like I have any choice in the matter anyway. So, what's your name?
It's Naori. Naori Imaris. Try to remember this time.
You don't act like them. Like the other Renans, I mean. How come you treat me like a person?
Because you are. It's true we come from different worlds. But neither one of us asked to be here right now. In that sense, you and I are much the same. We couldn't do this. We wouldn't be able to talk to each other as people if we didn't see the humanity in each other. So I suppose the question you should be asking is, why wouldn't I treat you like one?
You're not like the others.
Maybe they're not like me.
Here's what we'll do. We give them their damn ceremony. You get me to Dahna. That'll be the end of it. I'm taking you at your word on this. I'm trusting you, not them. Naori.
So did everyone see that?
What the hell just happened?
That vision. Did everyone else see it too?
That person Alphen was speaking to, she looked exactly like Shionne.
It was Naori. Naori Imaris. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right.
She really does look like Shionne. I'm beginning to see why Alphen was so confused.
That's all very well and fine, but what did we just witness exactly? It was too real to be a mere hallucination.
It was a conversation we had 300 years ago. The night before the ceremony.
You mean all of that really happened? We just saw an episode straight out of your past?
But how is that even possible? Unless... Could this be the Red Woman's handiwork too?
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
You guys didn't feel it? The moment the entrance opened, it was like a stream of Dahnan astral energy rushing over us.
I felt it too. And not for the first time either. It was the same sensation as back inside the wedge.
That would make sense. After all, vast amounts of Dahna's astral energy were being siphoned and sent up here to Lenegis. For all we know, perhaps we're close to the spot where all that energy was stored.
So you think it might have been the energy itself that was responsible for that vision we just saw? But how? And why?
We have no way of knowing. Maybe it's not even as deliberate as all that.
Shionne, you okay?
Yeah. It was all just a little sudden. That's all. So that was my ancestor, huh? It was like looking into a mirror.
Yeah, there certainly is a resemblance.
What about you? How are you holding up?
Me?
Even putting aside the question of where that vision came from, it's likely we'll see more of those. Reliving painful episodes from your past. Do you think you can handle it?
I can't just pretend like the past never happened. Besides, if it helps us uncover the truth of what that ceremony really was, it might also lead to answers about your thorns.
Alphen.
That's not all. This whole time, we've been fighting to free Dahna from the Renans. But now that we're here, it seems those same Renans might have it just as bad. I'd like to liberate them too if I can. Which is just another reason I can't afford to shield my eyes from the truth.
Whether you're on Dahna or somewhere else, you always stay the same. Your indignation and righteous passion, your desire to free and protect, they're all hardwired into you. Not that I'm complaining. Come on, let's bust this thing wide open.
Nobody's here.
Stay sharp. After that last illusion, there's no telling what could happen in here.
We got a HPCP thingy here, so there's gonna be a boss fight. I would have suspected it anyway with a room this size, but that just makes it obvious. Uh-oh.
Fahria, how did you get in here?
Wait, something about her isn't right.
What's wrong with her? She doesn't even seem to know where she is.
Yeah, you're right. She looks just like the soldiers we encountered outside.
I think that fills them in quite a bit.
A summoning?
But that's preposterous. She never had that kind of power when—
We can talk later. Here it comes!
You guys really didn't notice what she was using?
What? I've never known Fahria to control Zeugles like that before.
How about with a stone that looks suspiciously like a master core?
What the? Where did she get her hands on that?
First we handled the Zeugles. Then we get some answers.
Go for the weak point!
Pieces! Burn!
Reload!
I'll smash you!
Like I said, just staying in the air and using that.
Demon Fang! Prepare to be seared!
Burn it!
That ran out.
Freeze
A
Lancer!
charge like that could easily be fatal.
Let me help.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
All mine!
It's weakened!
This ends now!
In here!
Rending flash!
Explosion! Hear me!
Ooh.
Glacial Spear! Magnetic Zap! In here! More where that came from! I'll fix you up! Blah blah blah! Law! Demons descend!
Flashing Fang!
I'll heal you! Illuminate the dark! Come forth!
Rising Falcon!
Haley Land! A water swirl! Beast of Need to pull myself together.
Now you see what I can do!
And again!
Can't get out of this!
It's about to strike!
Look sharp, everyone!
Hurricane One! Not in your dreams! Magna Ray! Celestial Hammer!
That's right below me now. Just drop down. Passive pull.
You made me angry. That was a bad idea.
How about this? Sealed!
Demon Fang!
You don't leave me! I call!
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare Demolisher!
I owe you one.
Here,
This one's mine.
Demon Fang!
Radiant Storm! Celestial Hammer!
Demon Fang!
That'll bring you down!
Demon Fang! Double Demon
No
Fang!
further!
More where that came!
Demon
I'll
Fang!
heal you all! Celestial!
Demon Fang!
Lost it a bit there.
Demon Fang! I'll smash you! We've got him on the run.
Don't get caught! Burning
Right.
Water!
Still anyone's
Clear
fight.
cold.
Demon Fang!
Carry the
Destruction!
Arcane Waterfall! Glacial Spear!
Here I come.
Sealed Evil!
Do it!
Freeze Lancer!
Crush! Double Demon
You
Fang!
require a hand.
Destruction!
Radiant
It's
Healer!
coming
Here
down.
goes!
Thanks,
Celestial
Shionne.
Hammer!
An outstanding.
Ignite!
Yeah, man.
Finish it!
Demons descend!
Flashing Fang!
I'm liking that pattern I've got going at the moment. I really am.
Now it's just her!
Fahria! Can you hear me? Fahria!
She's preparing another summoning!
The art she's casting is way too powerful to control. At this rate, her body won't be able to take much more.
Dohalim!
Forgive me.
What did she do to her?
Man, I thought we were goners.
Everything okay?
Yes. She's only unconscious.
Not her. I meant you.
Shionne, please. Can you treat her?
I can try, but I can't promise she'll be back to her real self when she wakes up. All I can do is heal her physically.
We're not even supposed to be in here. Maybe it'd be better if we moved her to somewhere a little safer. Don't you think?
In that case...
I'll take her off your hands.
You? Avakir, what are you doing here?
I was curious what you were up to, so I took the liberty of following you to find out. I overheard what you said about Tarnigan, about how he really died. I'm sorry, I had no idea.
And you believed me? What makes you so sure I wasn't lying?
I like to think I know you a little better than that, Dohalim. Give me some credit. I'll take Fahria. Leave her with me. I know better than to ask what you're up to. But whatever it is, I hope it all works out.
Thank you.
He seems alright, doesn't he?
He seems like a good friend.
He hasn't changed. He never was one to stand out. Instead, he was always hanging back, worrying about everyone else. As for Fahria, it's always the closest to me who get hurt.
You don't seriously blame yourself for what happened to her, do you?
Somebody got to her, to strike back at me. Someone who knew me well enough to know that I'd hesitate to fight back. And the same goes for you as well. Neither you nor Fahria would have lost loved ones, if it wasn't for me.
You're wrong. Kelzelik was the one who killed my brother, under orders from Almadria. As for Tarnigan, if it weren't for the crown contest, he'd still be alive. That and the whole damn hierarchy that makes it possible. But that's why we're fighting. To put an end to this whole messed up system that treats people as expendable.
Indeed. Ridding society of this blight is really the only way I know how to atone for my sins.
You can't atone, Dohalim. I know it hurts to hear, but those people are dead. No amount of soul-searching or trying to make amends is going to change that. Forgiveness, acceptance, those ships have sailed.
So I just forget the harm I caused?
No, the opposite, in fact. You remember, you never forget. You keep it in your heart always. And then you go on living. Not for those already past, but for those still alive.
For those still alive.
Kisara's right. So long as we've still got breath in our bodies, we can make a difference in the lives of others. Lives being the operative word.
That's what living's all about. Being able to still make a difference. Punishing yourself for the past won't make the pain of your conscience go away.
Only fixing the problem in its stead. Is that what you're saying?
That's right. You have to live for tomorrow, Dohalim, not for yesterday. And not only that, you need to live for yourself, and for the change that you still can be.
I shall try.
Don't forget, we've still got a mystery to solve. The Forbidden Zone, remember?
Shionne.
Huh?
Thank you. You have my deepest gratitude for what you did for Fahria.
Glad to be of service.
I'm glad we could stop Fahria without hurting her.
You all did much for her as well. I'm most grateful.
Oh, shucks. We're on the same team, right? Let's move on.
Oh, I was going to view the skit. It's fine.
What is it, Rinwell? Do you hear something again?
Yeah. It's that voice.
The will of Dahna's astral energy.
Vision time!
What? There's so much astral energy. But where's it all coming from? It's almost like it's alive.
Ugh, there's the thorns. Creepy. The bloody hell happened to him?
That was the spirit channeling ceremony just now. No, it was more than that.
What the hell was that? It felt like everything was on the brink of... like the whole world was seconds from...
Oblivion. It's the same vision as the one my thorns show me. A vision of impenetrable darkness that swallows up us and everything else.
An empty void. A nothing so complete and dominating that there aren't even words to describe it. The end of time.
The visions of the apocalypse you've been seeing. If I'd known how bad they were,
So, everything we just saw, those were Naori's memories, right?
That's right. It was as if her innermost thoughts were speaking directly to us. At least I know they weren't mine.
That power flowing into her. It reminds me of Shionne's thorns. If they're what's responsible for all these visions she's been having, then maybe...
Maybe my thorns are made from that same astral energy?
If that is the case, we just found the missing link between your thorns and what happened here 3 centuries ago. No, more than a link. Perhaps even the very heart of the matter.
I've never felt astral energy so powerful. What was that?
If it's the same energy your thorns are made of, it must be dark astral energy, right? And isn't that something only Renans have?
Correct. Dark astral energy is possessed by Renans alone.
And when enough astral energy gathers together, it develops its own form of sentience. If so, maybe that complete oblivion is exactly what the Renan astral energy's will is wishing for. But why?
I don't know. Will can be a pretty vague thing to nail down. It's more of a feeling, just like the will of Dahna.
But the will of Dahna is made up of astral energy too, right? And if that's what's been showing us these visions... I don't know, should we really be getting so involved with this thing?
Dahna's will would never want oblivion.
But you can't say that for sure!
Cut it out, you two. Squabbling over theories will get us nowhere.
Let's keep moving. If it's Dahna's will showing us these memories, then I'm as clueless about its motives as any one of us. But if it could lead us to the truth, then I want to find out more.
Shionne's right. All we can do is keep going. If these really are Naori's memories we're watching, there could be truths in them I was never aware of. And I think they may be the kinds of truths I need to confront if we're going to keep fighting.
I'm sorry about what I said earlier. Come on, let's go.
Aww.
Finally, we begin to understand what the thorns are.
Yes, and their source. A ceremony that occurred 3 centuries ago.
But we still don't know how to get rid of them. I just hope we can find a way.
It's very much lining up with the thoughts that I've had so far, I feel. But let's view this skit here.
Do you think Fahria was really being controlled by someone?
Certainly seemed that way. The question is, who? The Red Woman?
The same person who's behind all of this, I'll bet. Whoever that is.
Brainwashed or otherwise, the feelings of resentment she holds towards me are real.
Someone used her because they knew we'd hold back. If that's not playing dirty, I don't know what is.
It does tell us one thing at least. Someone here in Lenegis is watching us. Someone who means us harm.
There's no question. That attack was meant for us alone.
By someone capable of getting inside a person and manipulating them like a weapon. We need to find whoever it is, fast.
Hootle's eyes, then. Seeing visions, anyway.
That vision we saw. It was as if it was meant specifically for us.
What do you make of it? Do you still think the will of Dahna might be involved somehow?
Maybe it's trying to tell us something. But what?
Well, it could be supernatural. You know, like seeing dead people, messages from beyond the grave, ghost-type stuff.
That's your grand theory? That we're being haunted? Come on, Law.
Wait. He might be closer to the mark than you think. What if a person's thoughts and deeds were to somehow become indelibly etched into the ether of a place? And what if those with a connection could then somehow pick up on them?
You think that's what it was? Some kind of message someone left here for us?
I am merely entertaining the possibility. Whether it was Dahna's will, or somehow connected to the Sovereign and Maiden's powers, I do not know.
Okay, back up a sec. You're saying that if a place is full of enough astral energy, it can somehow show us events that happened centuries ago?
More to the point, how does that much astral energy gather in one place anyway? Seems unlikely it happened naturally.
Whatever it was, it survived here intact for 300 years. Whoever left it for us, the strength of their intent is beyond doubt.
The strength of their intent.
Like this will stuff, it's definitely going to be the idea of a live stream or a melody of life. You know, that kind of thing. But I think we'll use that as a place to stop. We'll end this part here, and the next part we'll head on through the teleporter. So, we'll see you in the next part. Ta-da for now.